Hello students, welcome to this video lecture on bending moment diagram and loading diagram from the given shear force diagram which we studied in the subject mechanics of structure. Before going to the topic, we first study relation between the loading diagram, shear force and bending moment. The following relation between the loading, shear force and bending moment at a point or between any two sections of a beam are important from the subject point of view. Let us take the first example where simply supported beam subjected to point load at the center. You can see here shear force variation is a constant line and the bending moment variation linearly. But if you observe at under the point load, we got sudden drop in shear force, or we got the two values of shear force. So if you get this type of diagram of shear force where we got the two values of shear force, then it indicates that there is a one point load acting at that point. So if there is a point load at a section on the beam, then the shear force suddenly changes its sign, that is shear force line is vertical but the bending moment remains same. Then the second case, if there is a uniformly distributed load between the 2 points, then the shear force changes linearly, that is shear force line is an inclined straight line but the bending moment changes parabolic or bending moment will be parabola. And the third case, if there is a uniformly varying load between the 2 points, then the shear force changes according to the parabolic law, that is shear force line will be parabola but the bending moment changes according to the cubic law. Then these are again another some cases of loading, that the first one is if there is a no load between the 2 points. So you can see here on this beam there is a no load between these 2 points, then the shear force remain constant and bending moment varies linearly. That is, if there is a no load between the 2 points, then the shear force does not change, that is shear force line is horizontal but the bending moment changes linearly, that is bending moment line is an inclined straight line. And if there is a moment or couple at the section, you can observe in the first diagram, if there is a moment or couple at the section, then the bending moment at that section changes suddenly in magnitude equal to that couple, means under the point of that moment point there are two values of bending moment but shear force does not changes at that section of couple. The third case we already discussed. The most important relation between rate of loading, shear force and bending moment. So if you have a shear force equation with us, then we can differentiate the shear force equation with respect to dx, then definitely we'll get the rate of loading. Means rate of loading, if you want to find out the rate of loading, it will be rate of change of shear force with respect to length. Similarly, if you have a moment equation with us, then we can differentiate that moment equation with respect to dx, then definitely we'll get the value of shear force. So if you want to find out the respective value of force on acting on the beam, then it will be equal to rate of change of bending moment with respect to length. So this is the some overview again about that variation of shear force and moment. So this is the types of loading between the 2 points. So if you have point loads, variation of shear force will be parallel line, variation of bending moment will be linear line. If you have a uniformly distributed load, then variation of shear force is linear line and variation of bending moment is parabolic. Then after that, if you have a uniformly varying load, then variation of shear force is parabolic and variation of bending moment is cubic curve. Then important key points. So if you, in this given diagram, there are 2 points at B and at C where we observe that there are two values of shear force. So at B also there are two values of shear force and C also there are two values of shear force. Means your shear force suddenly changes its sign at point B and at point C. As we discussed earlier that at any section on a beam when there is a point load, we got the two values of shear force. Means one just left of the section and one just right of the section. So at B definitely there is a 1 point load and at C there is a definitely 1 point load which changes the values of shear force. At support, the value of shear force is always equal to the magnitude of support reactions. So definitely at B point we can observe there is a value of shear force 1 kilonewton. So there will be the support reaction acting in the upward direction, and at A point there is a shear force value is 0. So there is no support reaction at A point, but if you observe at B point, your shear force value changes from -2 to +3, means there is upward force acting in that B point, which indicates that at B there will be the support reaction. The next case is between, if you observe the shear force diagram, between C to B, your shear force varies linearly with respect to length. But when shear force changes its sign from positive to negative, there is one point where shear force value is 0, that is this M point. Means at intermediate point on a beam where shear force diagram changes its sign, where shear force value is 0, at that point we got the maximum bending moment occurred at that point. So if you observe in the bending moment diagram, at under the shear force value 0, we got the maximum bending moment. The next case is bending moment at simply supported end is always a 0. Means at support points, at support point always we got the maximum shear force value, so its bending moment will be 0. The relation between bending moment and shear force is vice versa. Means where we got a shear force 0, we got a maximum bending moment. Where we got shear force maximum, bending moment at that point will be 0. And at any section on the beam, when there is an external applied couple, then there are two values of bending moment exist, one just left of the section and one just right of the section. You can see in this bending moment diagram. Now to understand the concept of this bending moment diagram and loading diagram from the given shear force diagram, let us take one example. Draw a loading diagram and bending moment diagram from a given shear force diagram for a beam which rests on two supports, one being at left hand end. All forces are in kilonewton. This is a given diagram of shear force which shows the variation of shear force along the length of the beam. So this is a solution for that numerical. This is a given shear force diagram. Now let us solve that loading diagram from the given shear force diagram according to the variation. So first at point A, if you observe at point A, there is a shear force value increases from 0 to 8 in the positive direction. So definitely there will be some point load acting at A point in the upward direction, in which having a maximum value of shear force. It means that at A point there will be the support reaction of magnitude 8 kilonewton. So one by one let us draw it. So this is a support reaction at A. RA is equal to 8 kilonewton. Between A to B, the shear force remain constant. It indicates that there is a no loading between A to B. Then at point B, if you observe at point B, the shear force suddenly drops to positive 8 to plus 3. It indicates that definitely some value of loading is there at point B, which changes this value of shear force from 8 to 3. So we see that shear force has sudden decrease of 8 minus 3, which is equal to 5 kilonewton. So definitely there is a 1 point load acting at point B in the downward direction of magnitude 5 kilonewton. So 8 minus 5 will gives you the shear force at this point is plus 3 kilonewton. Then after that, between B to C, the shear force varies linearly with respect to length. So it indicates that there is a uniformly distributed load between B to C. How to find out this intensity of loading is that it's a final position minus initial position of that shear force. The final position here it is minus 1 at the C point, and here it is plus 3. So minus 1 minus 3 divided by the respective length, that is minus divided by 2. So it indicates that its intensity comes to be minus 4 by 2, that is minus 2, and minus indicates that the loading is acting in the downward direction. So intensity of UDL is 2 kilonewton per meter. Then after that C point also, if you observe at C point, the shear force has sudden decrease of 6 minus 1, means 6 minus 1 means what? Here the value of shear force this much is minus 1 and this is 6. So this 6 minus 1 is this value, remaining value is 5 kilonewton. So there will be some point load acting in the at that C point which changes this value of shear force to minus 1 to minus 5. So that value is 6 minus 1, and that is 5, which is acting in the downward direction. So that shear force is Fc is equal to 5 kilonewton. So minus 1, this minus 5 gives the shear force value at this point is minus 6. Then between C to D, the value of shear force remain constant. So there is a no loading between C to D. And if you observe at D point, there is a shear force value is of minus 6 kilonewton. And from this right hand side, minus 6 means acting in the upward direction and which having a maximum shear force value. So at D point, there is a support at D point, which is having support reaction RD is equal to 6 kilonewton. The next one is bending moment diagram from the given loading or from the given shear force diagram. So from this shear force diagram, you already drawn the bending loading diagram. Now let us draw the bending moment diagram. So it's very simple. From at A point, we know that there is a simple support at A point, so bending moment at A will be 0. Now to find out the bending moment at B point, let us take a section at B point, and let us take a one section at B point, which then by considering the left hand side of the section, take a bending moment of that one force which is acting on the only left hand side section. Then if you take a bending moment of this reaction about this B point, it will goes to sagging bending moment, which is positive 8 into perpendicular distance is 2. So 8 into 2, that is 16 kilonewton meter. So bending moment at B point is 16 kilonewton meter. Then coming to the bending moment at C point. So to find out the bending moment at C point, let us take a section at C point and let us consider only right hand of the section. There is only one reaction acting on the right hand side section, that is 6 kilonewton acting in the upward direction. So bending moment because of this 6 kilonewton about C, which will lead to sagging bending moment. 6 into this perpendicular distance is 3. So 6 into 3, that is 18 kilonewton meter. And bending moment at D, which is again the support point, so bending moment at D is again 0. So when you plot these points and when you join this point, definitely between A to B shear force is a straight line, so bending moment will be linear line, and this value is 16. Then between B to C we have a variation of shear force linear, so it is between B to C bending moment will be parabolic, and again between C to D shear force is straight line or constant line, bending moment will be linear line. Then to find out the value of maximum bending moment, because we know that at M point shear force is having 0 value, at that point we got the maximum bending moment. So maximum bending moment will occur at M, where the shear force changes the sign. So let X be the distance between B and M. So this is X distance between B and M. So from the geometry of the figure, between B and M, that is from the symmetry of triangle, this 3 meter is for, this is 3 meter for X, then 2 minus X is for 1 meter, means this X is for 3 meter, then this 2 minus X will be for this much 1 meter. Then we got, when it's solid, we got the value of X is 1.5 meters. So this is the position of this point where your value of shear force is 0. Then to find out the value of bending moment at this point, let us take a section at this point M from point A, and just see the left hand side of the section. Then bending moment of this RA about this M point will be sagging bending moment, and the perpendicular distance will be this 2 plus 1.5. So RA is 8 into this 3.5 bending moment. Then bending moment of this FB about acting in the downward direction will create this hogging bending moment about this point M. So 5 into 1.5 will be the bending moment of that point load about M point. And the last one is bending moment because of this uniformly distributed load acting over a section, over a length X, so which is equal to minus 2 into X is 1.5 into 1.5 by 2. Then we got the value of bending moment is 18.25 kilonewton, which is a maximum bending moment. Thank you.